It's almost like a skit. One of the skit doctors is just like, well, I think you have AIDS. And they're like, what? Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, what happened?
My eye is like fucking burning. And I don't touch anything.
Oh, because of I have that Firecracker Farms salt all around this fucking
Oh,
place.
God, dude. What the fuck? This is like...
I was using that on here the other day. Like, oh, yeah, you don't touch anything around here. Come on, man.
All I touched was the mic, man.
Yeah.
I think I can see some on the table right there.
It's in my eye. Whereas now, you can get on Amazon Prime and buy a podcast kit with a podcast. Like this podcast mic says pod mic. Like this mic is designed for what we're doing now. So as you went, so it's like, look at Raka Raka. You know, they just put out a movie called Talk to Me. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was so good.
So you know Raka Raka made that movie.
No, I didn't know that.
You know the Australian twins that beat each other to death, throw each other through walls. That is their first film. They wrote it, directed it, produced it.
That's cool.
That's impressive. Yeah. It was a really good horror movie.
I went and saw that movie by myself because I knew nobody was going to want to go see it.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. I love horror movies, and it was so good. It was such an interesting concept. Do you know anything about it?
No, I have no clue.
So it's really cool because like the whole movie is through this this hand. Like
it's like a almost like a mummified. They have like a mummified hand.
Mm-hmm. Is it all POV or something? Or?
No, but like
it's a real movie. Like it looks
the concept
great.
starts off with these kids who have this hand, and they're like filming. They're like doing social media, and you grab this hand and you do it for a certain amount of time, and you basically say these words, and it allows you to be possessed. And so they're like filming as you become possessed in the middle of it while you're holding this hand, and it's really interesting how bad it turns out. Yeah,
okay.
It's such a cool concept.
There's a whole like ceremony to it where, you know, when you initiate, you know, when you touch the hand and you say, "Talk to me." Like everybody in the room can't see anything, but the person that's sitting in the seat that's touching the hand, whatever the demon is that's about to jump into you has appeared, and you can see them. And then you say the words that invites them in, and then you have to have a candle, and when they have a way to get them out, and there's only there's a certain amount of time that they're like, hey, we can't go over 90 seconds.
Right.
Like we don't know what happens after that. Yeah. So like these people fucking flip out because they're possessed by these crazy dead monsters, and then it gets really spooky. Well, there's no solution.
No,
they're not like that's the biggest thing.
It's just, like, so ridiculous.
The one thing that you can prop up to, like one fundamental thing you can always look at the left is, I've never heard them offer a solution. They complain very well. They complain and want to change things, but there's never a solution of like this would work better if we did this, and this is why. I don't hear that from that side ever. All they do is castigate, throw stones, and we need to get rid of this because of feelings and things of that nature. But there's no solution like that improves like the collective humanity.
And I didn't realize what blew me away about that whole storyline was the possibility when they're coming up with these equations, like we may end the entire, we may blow up the universe.
I was like, set fire to the fucking atmosphere. What?
And we still tested it.
Yeah, we're like, there's a 1% possibility.
Do you realize that though?
Set fire to the atmosphere. What? And you're telling me this now, like before we press the button?
Yeah, man. I was like,
we still tested it.
And
then it starts with like string and cello music, and he's like, and then it comes into those lyrics.
He's on the verge of tears, like, and then
he's thinking. It's like these guys have done something so
nice. They finally did something.
They finally did this.
He was so mad at us.
So mad.
So mad at us.
So mad. So mad.
And then we told him it was on the radio.
Yeah. I pulled into this. I've never told this story before because it's just like me trolling my dad, and I have so many stories about trolling him. But so we're in Seattle. And I was like, hey, we're gonna go to this really cool restaurant. Like, you know, it's quaint, but you know, it's. I was like, it's an Ethiopian restaurant. I was like sitting on the truck laughing at him, flipping him off. he was like, comes around, like,
He's arguing with him.
Son of a bitch.
He's arguing with the people in the house. Let me in. I'm ready to eat.
Oh my gosh, man! Like, yeah,
Reservation for 2, please.
yeah. It's like knocking on the door of some random person's house, like, I'm here for Ethiopian.
And it's kind of exciting.
Yeah, have you ever talked about your ayahuasca in open forum, like on podcasts or anything?
Yeah, a little bit. But it's one of those things. People are either